Hey there, hey there, hey there. Um, it is a beautiful hot summer day, evening, whatever time of the day you are watching. It's evening for me, but I just wanted to come on here and talk about this Seamoss water. My gosh, my gosh, my gosh. Okay, so Seamoss is not new to me. I'm a New York girl, so I talk with the hands. Um, Seamoss is not new to me. If it's new to you, congratulations, because everybody doesn't know everything. And if you've heard about it before and you didn't tap in, maybe I don't know where I stand in your life. Maybe I'm the one who is the one who's going to be watering you. So, like, maybe somebody planted this seed. I've talked about this before. Somebody planted the seed of Seamoss in your head, but you wasn't ready to receive it. But now maybe you are in the watering phase where you know about it. So now you're doing your own research, and now you need a little bit more info on it. I'm not going to really tap in on the intricacies of it, but Seamoss is of the sea, sea vegetable, and it is very high in minerals that our body needs, and we are depleted of, especially here on the island of the United States. Oh man, I just laugh at little corny jokes, because I'm my biggest supporter. But having all this processed stuff, sad diet, we are missing out. So the Seamoss comes in handy. Okay, and now a lot of people have gotten more advanced with making Seamoss more flavorful because it tastes like the sea to people, right? So it's just bitter, but it's not even bitter. It is, the parasites don't like it, because I've had bitter herbs before, and I can definitely drink. I think it's more so the smell, but if you like seafood, if you go out on the beach or you go on yachts and stuff, you like to smell the water. It's the same difference with the Seamoss. Instead, you just gotta take it back. And again, I always make an emphasis on, if you could drink alcohol, the stuff that's depleting you and killing you and harming your organs quicker at a much faster rate, and it tells you on the bottle that it's going to do that, then you can drink some damn Seamoss water or Seamoss gel. Okay. Now, again, people have got advanced with this. They flavor it, right? So you do some fresh juice. I was going to show you my water, but I'm not going to do that yet. Well, you already saw it, but I was going to reference that. Anyway, people make fresh juice. I've done my Seamoss like this before. I'll flavor it. So, like, I'll do grapes and ginger, and I'll juice that. And I would have some hydrated Seamoss, and then I would put it in the blender, and then I would let it gel like that, okay? And then I would take scoops of that, and then I would put tablespoons of it in my drinks. I'd mix it in, or I can take tablespoons of it back because it is flavored. Okay, this is me in my introductory phase. I'm still not even able to, it's texture for me with, I can drink it with not so much flavor, but it's not my favorite thing to do. But I'm not putting a tablespoon of it in my mouth, because now that's 2 for 2, where it's texture and the taste I gotta like flip out on. No ma'am, no hand, no thank you. So I flavor it with, like, for me, seeded grapes and ginger are also helping with inflammation or reducing it, right? So Seamoss does all of that plus more. So when I have the gel flavored like that, it's really good. I've gotten to the point where I make Seamoss gummies for clients who, I mean, they're like really far off the scale with Seamoss. So they're like, all right, let me try something. I give them the gummies. Some people can taste the real fishy flavor, but that just tells me how strong the parasites are, because ginger is very strong to where it can mute a flavor, right? And that is my favorite way to use when I make the water. So now when I make these gummies, and I make them for people, I have ginger, a lot of ginger in it, and they still taste the sea flavor. I'm like, how? But again, I cannot rate the level of parasite in people because I can only talk about me. And that's their journey, okay? But now moving along, I came into or I attracted, I'm gonna say, someone who is on a similar healing journey as I am as far as particular ailments. And this lady was just like, girl, what you talking about with gummies? And what you talking about with a tablespoon, a teaspoon, this? She's you're not gonna get anywhere with that amount, or you would sustain very slow progress, or very slow and very little, or to none. And I'm just like, damn, Gina. And she have a Caribbean accent, so she from Jamaica. And I'm just like, I could hear her. She say, your little, gummies is cute. Your tablespoon is cute, but I ain't gonna do nothing. You need a heaping amount of Seamoss. And I heard her, rightfully so, in this text. She went off. And I was like, okay. And that was the light bulb for me. Because I was doing heaping tablespoons, right? And I do tablespoons. But like I said, the Seamoss gummies was really for finding a way to introduce other people to introducing Seamoss to them. Would it be children in my family, adults? People was rocking with them. And I'm still going to make them. It's not going to deter me from that. But there's levels to this Seamoss. So she said, just gel you up some Seamoss. So when you get it dry, I'm going to show a picture of it dry. You know how it looks. So you have it dry, right? And then you pour, like, I want to say half a gallon of water over it, depending on how much. I usually do enough for me and my household, but now I'm doing like double, so I need about a gallon of water over my Seamoss. And it does double in size. So it's dry, you pour the water over it, and then it look like, I'm gonna show you a picture of how it looks when it's like good to go. I also squeeze key lime juice over it. And the picture that I showed, it had key limes. Well, I may do a video. I don't know, whatever one I want to show. But anyway, it was key limes. I squeezed the juice in it, right? Put a little strainer, squeeze the key lime in the water, and then I drop the key limes in it. I let it soak for like 36 hours. Depending on my schedule, sometimes it'll do 48 hours. It could do 12 hours. But I just make sure that I watch it double. So I'll soak it. This is the faster way of making it. And it's still good. So you rinse it thoroughly, right? I pour out the key limes in the garbage. I rinse it thoroughly, and then I rinse it again. I make sure, like, I comb through it. It's like, stringy like hair. And then I'll run some hot water over it. And then again, I'll strain it. And then I'll put it in the blender and add water and make my regular gel. That's how I was making it. And now I still do it sometime like that. So it's not like a super inconvenience. I like it because at least now I have options. So I have this way that I'm sharing with you guys now, and then I have the way that I just shared with you. So the other way is other people have made it this way too, where you do the same soaking scenario, but the following day after you strain and clean it, you'll put it in a pot and then you cover it with water, like a big pot, and you'll cover it with enough water so that it can boil for like 40-something minutes or so, right? Then it's like a whole process. If I can't link the video in, wherever how you could show it, I will copy and paste the link in my description. So I made, I want to say, it got to be almost a gallon of Seamoss. gel. My intentions was to make the actual, the Seamoss that gelled was supposed to be the water. But I think my consistency this time was just a little too thick, so it gelled up. That's okay. So what I did was take, the serving spoon size. I did 2 of those. I'm not, the serving spoons that you see in the restaurant. That's like a half of a cup. So I did 2 of those. So I have a full cup of Seamoss gel. Purple is the one for me. It does better for me. The darker, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice, and that's the same difference with any and everything on earth. So the Seamoss that is golden is great, but the purple is deeper in color, deeper in healing, and it's deeper in the ocean, and I like that one. Now I mixed the gold with it a little bit, but you cannot even tell because purple takes over for the 992,000 all the time, okay? And I scraped some ginger. I washed that, and I scraped a couple of bulbs, and I put that in there. Then I filled up my blender with, how much water did I put in there? I want to say like 40 ounces maybe. And then it gets a little higher because now ginger and Seamoss have now turned into liquid. So my blender be like overflowing with love and light. So now I put that in a 64-ounce jar, big mason jar in the fridge. So like whoever wants to drink from it, my mom want to drink from it, if I have people come over and want to drink from it, I'll do that. So initially I would pour the Seamoss, you hear the accent coming off, Seamoss, and I'll have it like here, even to here sometime, right? So that's like 20-ish ounces. So I'm doing like 2 of those a day. And the goal is to just get it down because I was hard on myself trying to get a gallon, and I was just like, nah, I'm peeing all the time. This ain't happening, especially now if I'm home. The goal is to have a little bit more. So I'll do like, shoot for having 3 or 4 jars of these. And again, I'm not hard on myself about it. So now I have juice. Sometimes I have fresh juice. So I have mango juice, but this is not fresh mango juice. This one is not. Mango and soursop. I have it in a can. And if you've seen some videos ago, I've talked about that. And I found a spot, international market out here that sells a variety of fruit juices in a can, and they are 100% juice. So I'll mix it in here, and I'll have it. And when I tell you, the Seamoss water has changed my mindset. Like if you Raven Simone had a show on the Disney Channel. And I know about this show more so because of my little cousins. And I mean, I bangs with, Raven is a little younger than me. She ain't too far apart. But when she had the epiphany, and she was just like, and then and she's like, I'm like, yo, this is why this woman was brought to me in my life, because I knew about the Seamoss already, but I didn't do it in the bountiful amounts that she was talking about. And I'm not expecting the results. My sister was like, that's great that you know that, but don't go into thinking that you will have the same results. And I know that, I know that. I was already having, the Seamoss fire inside moving within the first week of me drinking the water, right? Okay. And how I'm talking now and I'm clear, the way I was coughing and the way I was clearing my throat and the way, no, not coughing, clearing my throat and sneezing. Not sneezing either, damn. Blowing my nose. So I just had 2 things happening. When I was talking, it would be like, excuse me, it would be like, I clear my throat like that, and then I got a, and then that initiated well, the what was already dripping. So I'd be like, no coughing, no sneezing. But when I go to blow my nose, I wish I would have recorded myself. And when it starts happening again, I'm gonna record myself and maybe do another video of that. But when I was blowing my nose, it almost sounded like it was right. And then I'd be at work, or I'd be, well, more so at work, because I didn't really care for it at home. I'm just like, all right, whatever. But it was non-stop. So I stopped it because it was I was blowing my nose for like 5 minutes at a time. And I'm not exaggerating. And I'd be in the bathroom at work. And I'm like, I don't want these people thinking I'm in here doing stuff. So, and then everybody don't know your business. I'm not sitting there like, oh, hey, I'm clearing up my lymphatic system. I'm cleaning up my body. You know. But I told a few people, but the people who I'd be in the bathroom with, I don't know them. So this was happening non-stop. I mean, I come home, when I get up, I'm working out. When I was in the middle of working out, I'm like, okay, let me pause this workout. It was like, and it was just coming and coming and coming and coming, no pause. And it was green stuff. It was white, heavy on the green, but I was so amazed how quick this helped, or had started helping, because I was already drinking my herbs, already doing all these other things. So I know this was just an addition. It wasn't like, Santa Maria miracle, and this is doing everything. But this was what was missing for me. And this was just June. This is July now. So I don't even have a long steady of a study, but I just wanted to tap in because the only other thing that I had a drastic reaction, like with my body, immediately showed results, was when I stopped eating, and I mean immediate meaning quick. Stop eating meat and I dropped a lot of weight. That's the only other thing that stands out to me, where every other thing in between had reactions. It's not to, give no appreciation to everything else in between, but something that just stood out, like bam, or like how my cramps stopped with when I skipped dairy. Like this is a pivoting moment in my life. So I suggest, if you already drink Seamoss, if you know what it's like, if you know how to make it, and you are having any inflammation issues, and that's literally what was coming out, inflammation, because the buildup was all here. It was all here. But also this is all connected to other organs as well. So, I don't need much proof from Earth to show that it can heal me. Like, a lot of people question everything of the Earth except, or they double question, or they second guess the stuff of the Earth, but they don't second guess processed crap. Yeah, I'm not one of those individuals. You ain't gonna catch me doing that. So I have it. It works. And the lady mentioned some other stuff, how it helped her out in regards to the ailments and things. But to me, mucus is the reason a lot of people are sick. Too acidic, they have a buildup, the lymphatic system is backed up, nothing is moving, and then mucus can lead to tumors, which they label as cysts, which they label as fibroids, and they got PCOS, and you got you got cancer, or you got some prostate issue, you got this. So mucus forming comes from acidic foods, and that is the ultimate result of all diseases. So to see that the Drano of Mauritius started happening, and it was here heavy. And I started doing massages also to my nose, temple, certain areas. But I am super stoked, and I'm going to be doing a liquid fast this month. Well, a liquid feast, and it's going to be Seamoss water on deck with the flavored fruit inside of it for most of the 7 days. So all I do is, again, blend the Seamoss gel, put the amount of water I want in there in the 64-ounce jar. It fits, and it be actually it's a little bit more, because I'll do that 64-ounce jar plus then I'll pour the excess inside here and then add my fruit juice. So it's something that it's worth trying. And I'm gonna keep on keeping on. So get yourself together if you are familiar with Seamoss, and get you some Seamoss water and mind your business. All right. I wish you well. I wish you wellness and peace, love, and light.